you for your testimony today. Do you know what frazzle drip is?
I'm not aware of the specifics about it. I heard some references about it from my team over the past 24 hours.
I just learned about it in the Washington Post this morning. There's an article with this headline up. The article explains that the recommendation engine for YouTube, which is owned by Google, correct?
Yes.
Yep. The recommendation engine for YouTube recently suggested videos claiming that politicians, celebrities, and other lead figures were sexually abusing or consuming the remains of children, often in satanic rituals, according to watchdog group. To echo and often cite the discredited Pizzagate conspiracy in search of children he believed were being held as sex slaves by Democratic Party leaders. Claimed that Democrat Hillary Clinton and her longtime aide Huma Abedin had sexually assaulted a girl and drank her blood, a conspiracy theory its proponents dubbed frazzle drip. Now, the article goes on to describe how this frazzle drip conspiracy is all over YouTube. And some of the frazzle drip clips purport to show grainy images of Clinton and Abedin committing crimes and speak of invoking the death penalty. One video, which has been viewed 77,000 times and remains online today, has a voiceover that says, "Will these children become the dessert at the conclusion of the meal?" So, and this is just one example that they use.
Hey friends, how's it going? It's the 13th of December, and on today's podcast I wanted to touch on an array of different things, starting off with what you witnessed in the intro, Frazzle Drip, which was said to be fake. The Hillary Clinton Huma Abedin video is to be fake. Snopes says it's fake, so it must be fake, right? No, it's not true. I fully believe that there is an HRC video. It is out there. And it was released on the dark web, and then they pulled it back just to see what would happen. I truly believe that something like that just doesn't pop up and then go away miraculously, you know. And now we see a senator who is grilling Google CEO about a conspiracy theory claiming that Hillary Clinton drinks the blood of children. Now, in that video, the context in which he was asking Sundar Pichai, I believe that's how it's pronounced, that's the Google's CEO, was that he's saying that it's all a bunch of baloney, and that if you think Pizzagate was bad, look at how bad this is, and we need to censor these people who believe it's real, that they don't need to have a voice out there. Well, we can look at the pictures that I placed in there of James Alefontis' Instagram. We can look at Podesta art. We can look at the way that Joe Biden gropes and smells and kisses on little kids. We can look at the people who have gone missing trying to, you know, expose this. A lot of people go missing. A lot of people go suicided. You cannot tell me that it is, as Q says, it is mathematically impossible that such a thing doesn't exist. Look into the HAMPSTEAD kids in the UK. That documentary, I'll post it in the description box below. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there that rings true, and I with my being know it's true. I know that they do these satanic ritual abuses. Follow Sarah Ruth Ashcraft on Twitter. It's all out there, guys. We all believe in it, and I really do believe in it. But that was the context of that video that he brings to the Senate floor and says, listen, he's saying everything about drinking blood and killing kids and all sorts of things at Comet Ping Pong, and it's intense stuff. Why, of all the things that you could think of, that conspiracy, why that conspiracy boggles my mind, and it's out in the open. And now we're seeing John Podesta talking about Pizzagate in the Rolling Stone. I just did a video on that. He goes mainstream with it, and tries to debunk it. Is something going to come out here soon? Is something going to break? I mean, we have whistleblowers, 3 whistleblowers talking about the Clinton Foundation and how they're going to expose stuff about Haiti. We all know about how they were trafficking out kids. Laura Silsby, 30 Haitian kids, I believe, out of Haiti, and how the Clintons go in, the foundation goes in after a hurricane or an earthquake or a natural disaster, and they go in and they separate kids from families, and they bring them into this sex trafficking. That's what they do. That's their currency, is kids or human beings. That is the elite's currency. So I wanted to give you that intro because I felt like it needed to be shown. And that was the gist of it pretty much. But before we get into anything else, would you please go ahead and click that blue bell, so when I post, you'll get a notification and you'll be the first to know. Also, please follow me at Twitter, True Reporting. Also, leave a like to this video. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other people, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, this is True Reporting. So, Joe M, The Storm is Upon Us, just put out a wonderful Christmas video. I don't know, I like it. Some people don't like it, but I love it. And it says here, the FBI shows they found cheese pizza in Hillary's emails. Why is she sending it over email instead of hiding it on a thumb drive in her Comet Ping Pong hangout like normal satanic pedophiles? Cheese pizza with the C and the P in the kill boxes. So I wanted just to show you this article. FBI documents show evidence of homemade child pornography in Clinton emails. This is all coming out. This came out yesterday. This is yesterday. That interview with the senator and the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, that came out this last week, I believe, if not yesterday, guys. So FBI documents show in mainstream media covered up for Weiner's true crimes against children, and this is from the Washington Pundit. All this stuff seems to be coming out, kind of flowing out day by day, week by week, especially in these past 2 weeks. But it says, I'm going to keep this short and to the point to allow the reader to form your own thoughts on what I have here to show you. We all have been told that Anthony Weiner was in prison for sending an inappropriate text to a minor. That's what everyone from the media to our own politicians have stated, but that's not what the FBI documents say. While being vague about the details, they stated that he produced child pornography. They went on to state that the computer that he used was also used by both Uma Abedin and Hillary Clinton. So you're telling me this is from the NYPD NYPD. This is from the FBI when they seized that laptop, that hard drive. Why, in God's name, would there not be an Uma Abedin Hillary Clinton video when we know that they do this for sure? We 100% know that they drink adrenochrome and they use it to, I don't know if to prolong life or as a drug, a high, I don't know. They all stated that the video and or photos of child pornography were likely included in the emails between Clinton, Abedin, and Weiner. We won't convince you one way or another of what this could mean. We at the Washington Pundit believe strongly in allowing our readers to formulate their own thoughts and opinions based on the facts we provide. Check out the documents on the FBI officials archive using the link below. FBI archives. I'm not going to go on that because that's probably going to put me on a watch list. But you can go to this. I will leave this in the description box below because I want to keep this short and sweet, kind of about a 25-minute podcast. So we see here, Joe M says the FBI shows they found C and P, so child pornography, right? Crazy stuff. And earlier I posted, this is from a while ago, 2015, HAMPSTEAD. If you don't know what that is, you need to go look at it. It's about 2 kids, a brother and a sister, that were brought up in this in the UK. And leaked medical reports end all doubts about sexual abuse claims. So, yeah, everything that happened to them, there's video. You can just go on YouTube and type in HAMPSTEAD children from the UK. I put it in the intro. Check it out. The stuff that they're describing are very real. Kids don't lie at that age. They do, but not when they know. It's too vivid. It's too real. There's no, that imagination, a child's imagination would not take them there. They know what they saw. Crazy stuff, guys. Absolutely crazy. But definitely check that out. I want to show you some stuff. This is from a couple years back, actually 2008, but it's still relevant, my friends. Police raid reveal baby farms. And I remember Q even saying that that there are farms that harvest people, almost like in the Matrix, right? That he even came out and told us that. So this is not hearsay. This isn't made up. If Q is telling us, I really believe it, especially when he gave us talks, Q&A about how ETs are real and that we're not alone, and this and that. Police raids have revealed an alleged network baby farms or factories in Nigeria, forcing a new look at the scope of people trafficking in the country. Again, back to trafficking, we think of elite currency. They would be locked up there until they gave birth, whereupon they would be forced to give up their babies for a token fee of around 20 grand, of about $170 naira. I guess that's their currency. $170 just to take their kid away, to throw into a sex trafficking ring or be sacrificed, right? The babies would then be sold to buyers for anywhere between $300,000 and $400,000, which is about $2,500 to $3,800 each, according to the state agency fighting human trafficking in Nigeria. This is all real, guys. Okay? This is from the police reports in Nigeria, the National Agency of Prohibition of Trafficking Persons. So yeah, this is also from the Prohibition of Trafficking Persons. So why does that what does that have to do with anything? Project Hands On, Clinton Foundation. Oh my. I can't read that word, that name. Committed to implement an exclusive farming initiative to create opportunities for impoverished families in Enugu, Nigeria. So where people they're taking advantage of people who can't stay safe, which is, they're monsters, they're demons. They're not us, right? Just Google this right now. Pause this podcast and type in Hampstead Kids UK. Just Google search it or DuckDuckGo it. And then you can do this for me too. Google Hillary raped Kathy O'Brien as a child. Google her book, Transformation of America, on Amazon or www.transformation.com. Only 2 types will vote Hillary in November. This is old, but it's very real. Those ignorant of her crimes, lies, child rape, and treason because they watch fake news. Number 2, evil people who already know but don't care. Which are you? Learn and share. Vote no to Hillary and stop this child rapist. Share. This woman went out there and put her life on the line to push forward. This is some of her book. I believe this is part of her book that she's putting out there. She doesn't have to do this, right? Let me zoom in for you before I break my monitor because it's lagging. Here it says, Hillary was fully clothed and stretched out on the bed, sleeping, when Hall's wife and I arrived. Hillary, I brought you something you'll really enjoy. Kind of an unexpected surprise. Bill ordered her out of the meeting. Bill Clinton ordered her out of the meeting, and I took her to my bedroom and made an interesting discovery. She is literally a two-faced, referring to my vaginal mutilation carving, bitch. Hillary opened her eyes and sleepily roused herself. Show me. Hall's wife ordered me to take my clothes off while Hillary watched. Is she clean? Hillary asked, meaning disease-free. Of course, she's birds. She responded, continuing the conversation as though I were not there. Plus, I heard Houston say something about her being a presidential model, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. It means she's clean, Hillary said matter-of-factly as she stood up. I was not capable of giving thought to such things back then, but I am aware in retrospect that all presidential model slaves I knew seemed to have an immunity to social diseases. It was a well-known fact in the circles I was sexually passed around in that the government-level mind-controlled sex slaves were clean, to the degree that none of my abusers took precautions such as wearing condoms. This is very real, guys. Very real. I can't imagine somebody making this up from what we already know. Hall's wife patted the bed and instructed me to display the mutilation. Hillary exclaimed, God, and immediately began performing oral sex on me. Apparently aroused by the carving in my vagina, Hillary stood up and quickly peeled out of her matronly nylon panties and pantyhose. Uninhibited despite a long day in the hot sun, she gasped, I'm not going to say that because it's so grotesque. I had no choice but to comply with her orders, and Bill Hall's wife made no move to join me in a distasteful task. Hillary had resumed examining my hideous mutilations and performing oral sex on me while Bill Clinton walked in. Hillary lifted her head to ask, how'd it go? Clinton appeared totally unaffected by what he walked into, tossed his jacket on the chair, and said, it's official. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Sorry if that was too graphic for you, but it's real. And you know, with that being said on that part, let's get into some memes. I don't mean to sound so anticlimactic, but we have to keep pushing forward. You should know about this stuff. If you follow this channel for as long as I've been around, as long as these stories have been around, this shouldn't affect you too bad. If it does, I'm sorry. There is one picture in here that I will, before I click on, I will tell you to turn away if you do not want to watch it. I was given information and I wanted to share it with you. I hope it does not get this video in trouble because the truth needs to be put out. It says, look, Chuck, we're building the wall, and when we're done, I'm putting you and Nancy on the other side. If you did not watch that interview, it was like WrestleMania. It was amazing. Trump handed their ass to him, I'll tell you that much. And then we see on the same meeting with Trump, old Mike Pence, his wife got a letter, and we all know what the letter meant. That was the counter. Q told us that they're going to counterattack the deep state. And when we just see he's like sleeping, I don't get it. Like, I don't know if he's just tired or what the hell is wrong with him. I used to be afraid of the dark until I learned that I am a light and the dark is afraid of me. Do not be afraid. You beat the game of life when you are fearless, right? That's how they control us, is with fear. I watched an interview with Jared Kushner the other day. There's no way that this man is human. He's so strange, and just the way that, like, not in a bad way, but just in like a, just not, doesn't, I've never seen anybody act like him. Watch that interview with Hannity. It's quite different. So yeah, I just took a picture of it and I wanted to share it with you. Recap. These are all in the Q post from yesterday. A recap. Q does not know the future. I'm so glad I found this too, because I don't have to go through all the Q posts with you. Q does not know the future. They control events and cause things to take place. Seth Rich is dead. The envelopes given to certain people at HW's funeral were Q's counter. There is a plan for when Trump is out of office. 2016 elections, 2018 elections stand. 2019 and furthermore, voter ID 2020 is safe. JFK Jr. is dead, guys. Okay? They are negotiating for return of the traitor Snowden. Sent to hurt the no such agency, Assange is not in the U.S. This is a stress test. More resources are needed. So yeah, he put out a Q&A to see how much that the website could use, the site could use before it crashed. And you know, there was a stress test to see how much I guess foot traffic is going through that site, right, on the HN. So the black eye is protecting the nation's power grid, and I'll tell you what the black eye is. Q POTUS Trump, not Zero Delta, separated by 2. Okay, the NSA can overreach internet hosts to protect the web. Flotus on Hannity tonight is beautiful, loves her country. That was a great interview. Part 2 is tonight, by the way. Gold shall destroy the Fed. We're all going to be rich and out of debt. We are here for a reason, guys. We chose this timeline. We chose this time. I'm telling you to come back and to witness it. Google is in deep financial trouble and will be investigated next year in the Senate. California voter fraud will be exposed. The earth is not flat. Could have told you that. 3 detention centers are being prepped. Look at the budget for funding. That's in regards to Gitmo. Wizards and warlocks are guardians of intelligence. End stress test failed. Need more bananas. I'm not sure what need more bananas means. Not sure. So, yeah. So Joe M posted this tweet. Did Q call a Q&A to stress test the traffic on the board for future mainstream Q disclosure? I believe that was the case also, and to give us some information. What were in the envelopes are promises to counter, and then there she is reading it. She says, "What the hell?" She's baffled by it. So yeah, the Washington Pundit, unclassified FBI documents provide evidence of homemade child pornography being sent between various email addresses owned by Hillary Clinton, Uma Abedin, and Anthony Weiner. It's all true, guys. Interesting that Hillary Clinton would suddenly ditch her speaking tour, canceling dates, and then head out of the country just as the Clinton Foundation whistleblowers are set to testify. Bill Mitchell. Love that guy. Also, this was strange. Ellen has no interest in continuing continuing her top-rated show. Why do you suppose that is? Watch The Resignations. Totally agree. Time Magazine, Cult of Pedos, the satanic pedophile cult at the heart of American power. That picture is freaky, man. Real freaky. System Test, how best to check load capacity of sites. So this is from September. Q&A, we just had that. Aliens are real. Watch what happens. Track IP addresses. Now see the infrastructure is needed to handle load. Disinfo is necessary. Where we go one, we go all. God wins. Makes sense to me, right? Let's see right here. So Frazzle Drip, if you don't know, is an extreme snuff film in which Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin are seen raping and mutilating a prepubescent girl is circulating on the dark web under the code Frazzle Drip. This is Snopes. They say false. Have you ever looked into Snopes? They say it's false. I go against everything Snopes says. Makes it more real. All right. This is the picture I wanted to show you. We don't have, if you want to look away, you can look away, but this is supposedly the picture of the young girl. Okay, so I'm going to give you a second to not look at this. 3, 2, 1. So Hillary Clinton cut this little girl's face off. If you don't believe me, how did her face get mutilated then? A dog. Below is the statement from NYPD after viewing the video, and below that is the DOJ Inspector General report admitting there were crimes against children. What's in the email is staggering, and as a father, it turned my stomach. The NYPD chief said, there is not going to be any Houdini-like escape from what we found. We have copies of everything. We will ship them to WikiLeaks, or I will personally hold my own press conference if it comes to that. NYPD chief. So yeah, guys. Unbelievable, right? We also have this right here. This is from Anonymous from today, actually. South Pole Remote Observatory, current data huge. So we look at this, and we see here that this giant blast, looks like some kind of energy pulse, maybe an earthquake, was in Antarctica. Very weird, right? And then we see, this is more like projection, guys. More projection. This is from today. Senator Dianne Feinstein, child abduction and abuse are heinous crimes, and the cyber tip line is critical in the fight to stop them. Last year, they received more than 10 million tips of potential crimes. Our bill improves coordination with law enforcement and response to the use of internet by predators. Is this projection? I'm telling you, something's about to come out soon. Okay? It's going to come out. And we see here, this is a good guy I follow. Methods, he follows me too. He's blown up this year. Very popular. Seeing how the Clinton Foundation is under the microscope today, it makes sense for you to attempt and fail to get ahead of it. You know damn well that your hands are riddled with the blood of the innocent. And I agree, and that was in response to that tweet. And then I saw this. This is wonderful. I think this is from Into the Matrix. I wanted to share it with you. BSABT right here. Q equals QAnon. All right. This was from a Q post. So we see the English number count. I can't think of the word right now. And we see here 61. 61 is the Q is 17, A is 1, N is 14, O is 15, N is 14 equals 61. QAnon 61. I can't remember what the terminology of that's called, but it's just counting a number. You just add a number amount to each letter. I just can't think of it right now, but crazy nonetheless. And the mystery of Q, very weird. BSABT, the names, and then Q, they all add up, the numerical amount given. So we heard about Black Eye, a copy of records, electronic or otherwise, pertaining to a project or Operation Black Eye. Black Eye was an Air Force Space and Missile Systems organization study of techniques for disabling sensors aboard hostile satellites. Use of optical masers considered. This is all the information I have on this and do not have any projected dates. Okay, so Black Eye. Then we continue on. Group BCW subunit and or affiliated personnel at National Security Agency and at electronic or otherwise pertaining to a project or Operation Black Eye. Weird. A device, a maser, a device used, this is crazy, a device using the simulated emission of radiation by excited atoms to amplify or generate coherent monochromatic electromagnetic radiation in the microwave range. Now, microwave range, I have to see, where is that at? Where is the micro, real time, guys? Here we go. Microwave. The communication satellites use communication in the microwave range. So I guess, are we in that? It's like right above us, right? Radio spectrum. So yeah, microwave radio spectrum. Weird. I really want to look into this. What is the difference between microwave and satellite communications? Microwave transmission in the atmosphere can only take place when there is a direct line of sight between the sender and receiver. This is why microwave transmission towers are speckled with antenna points in many directions. They actually point at the different microwave transmission towers. So yeah, this is coming down on us. This is coming down on us. Holy smokes. Yeah, so this is all over us, guys. So again, a device using the simulated emissions of radiation by excited atoms to amplify or generate coherent monochromatic electromagnetic radiation in the microwave range. So basically we're living in radiation. Is that what it's telling me? Is that what it's telling us? I don't know. But I feel like it's not a good thing, and they're trying to knock out these satellites. Maybe it has something to do with MK Ultra, or to dumb us down, or just to keep us as sheep, right? To follow orders, and maybe that's why we're all asleep. A lot of people are. Guys, that is it for me. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. And don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel. You can go through my Patreon or my PayPal in the description box below. And guys, share this far and wide. This is a good podcast today, and you know, a lot of good information in it. I feel like something's going to come out with this whole sex trafficking, pedophile stuff. I really believe so. The evidence is there for yourself. Share that HAMPSTEAD children video. I'll leave it in the description box. Also, the frazzle drip, what it is. A lot of people say it's real, and some people say it's not real. But if Snopes says it's not real, it's real to me. Guys, I will talk to you soon. Love one another, be kind to one another, and be careful out there. We'll talk to you later. Bye.